Alright, here we are for the first round. This hand looks alright. We have all our colors. Well, we don't have blue. We have most of our colors. Let's give the opponent the hay and good luck. And I think this is keepable. We have plays. We need a blue, but that's alright. We get a plains. And we get a Dimir Guildgate. Let's go ahead and start with that, and we'll pass the turn back. I think we lead with Metropolis Sprite here. We get a Viscopa Guildmage, which is alright. Let's go ahead and play out a Swamp and play out our Sprite. And we'll pass the turn back. I'm sure he's going to come in here, which is fine. And we get an Armored Transport, which isn't too scary. We get a Belastrad Spy, which will be pretty nice. Here, I think we play the Orzhov Guildgate, and then I think we just Hands of Binding the Armored Transport here and cipher it onto our Sprite. Yes, we would like to cipher, and we'll attack. Tap down his Guildmage. And we'll pass the turn back. Next turn, I think we play out the Spy, get us some mill going for our white. Hopefully we hit some creatures. Kingpin's Pet, alright. Puts it into our Cipher shenanigans. There's an Alms Beast. I think I'm alright trading Sprite for a Kingpin's Pet here if that's what he wants to do. He does have Smite up, which is probably what he has. So let's go ahead and hold back here, and we'll just go ahead and play out the Spy here. We only hit one land, which is unfortunate. Doesn't grow our white. So let's go ahead and pass the turn back. Decides to come in with that. I'll go ahead and take 2 here. I'm alright with that. Might have a trick, but gives it lifelink, alright. And we get a Bane Alley Broker. Let's go ahead and attack with the Spy here. Actually, yeah, let's attack with both. And if he wants to use his Smite on our Sprite, that's fine with me. Alright, let's go ahead and buff the Sprite. Probably get the Smite now. No? Alright, that's a decent trade for us. We don't have a whole lot else we can play now. We need more blue. Let's go ahead and play out the Gutter Skulk though, and we'll pass the turn back. That guy comes in, which is fine. We'll take another 2. He's probably going to activate his Guildmage. Well, guess he has another play. Assault Griffin, alright. And we get a Pongify, which is pretty sweet. Here I think, let's see here, I think the Alms Beast is probably going to be best for us. Let's see if he wants to trade. That makes our white better. He does not. Alright. And so we could play the Guild Mage and start to mill him a bit slowly, which would help our white. Or we can play the Alms Beast, which would be decent. Yeah, let's go ahead and play the Alms Beast. It's more efficient on our mana. And we're kind of hindered on our blue mana at the moment. Go ahead and pass the turn back. Comes in with those two, which is fine. Go ahead and block here. Maybe he has the smite now. Alright. And he gets the lifelink, which is fine. We might end up pongifying that. Court Street Denizen, alright. And we get a Psychic Strike. Drawing some lands would be pretty nice. I think here we just attack with the Alms Beast. If he wants to chump, that's fine with me. He has a smite up. Alright, so attacking's probably not the best idea. Let's attack with the Gutter Skulk. At least sneak in a couple points of damage. And then, so we can hold up Psychic Strike or Pongify. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Counter whatever he has here will be pretty nice. If he doesn't play anything too scary, I think we just Pongify this, and the next turn we'll hold up the Psychic Strike for the smite. So let's do that, and then we'll Pongify the other guy. Alright. Just gonna gain some life. We'll go ahead and Pongify this guy. Alright. We are at 6, which is kind of scary, but that's alright. I think we're starting to stabilize here. Another plains isn't really what we need. Maybe we drop a plains. Here, the white is a 4/4 now, which will be pretty nice for us. So let's go ahead and play out the white. We'll hold up Psychic Strike and we'll go ahead and attack here. If he wants to block with everybody, we get to eat a lot of things. If not, he can chump. Decides to take it, which is fine. Alright. Decides to come in with that guy. Alright, that's fine. If he has a trick, we'll go ahead and counter it. Make our white bigger, hopefully. Okay. Definitely need to respect the Guild Mage. Hopefully we'll draw another one of our removals here. And Kirun, I think. Yeah, might as well. Grows are white. And we draw another blue mana. So I think he has us dead here with the Guild Mage activation. So we could mill him for 2 if we play the Guild Mage, which will make that possibly an 8/8. Yeah, I think... Well, the Guild Mage he'd have to activate a couple of times. Let's go ahead and attack here, see what he does. As expected, he takes it. Here, I think we just play the Guild Mage out and pass the turn. Leave up the mill ability, and we should be able to block both of his guys. He can activate the Guild Mage and give it lifelink, which will get in 2 damage for us. But if he doesn't kill us here, Holy Mantle. Alright, that probably going to do it. Yeah, there's not much we can do about that. Let's go ahead and let him kill us, which is fine. I'll go ahead and block there, it doesn't really matter. And we'll go to sideboarding, so he's Orzhov, a little dirtily, doesn't have a whole lot of removal, which is good. Another counter might not be a bad idea. No, I think it's alright how it is. We needed a blue mana. Well, we didn't really need it, but it would have been nice. Let's go ahead and submit. And yes, we would like to play first. This hand is pretty decent. We have all our colors. We have multiple plays. Let's go ahead and keep. We'll lead with the plains, the island, pass the turn. I think we just start off with the Guild Mage here. Another land isn't necessarily what we need, but we have the Bane Alley Broker. Maybe we'll be able to filter through some of this. Let's pass the turn back. Orzhov Charm our guy, which is alright. We weren't going to be able to use him much just yet. We get a Dimir Charm, which will serve us pretty well. Let's go ahead and play out the Bane Alley Broker. Pass the turn back. We get a Kingpin's Pet, which we'll probably just use the Dimir Charm on. We draw another island. We'll go ahead and play that out. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and destroy the Kingpin's Pet before he can extort with it. And we'll go ahead and drop the white, and we'll pass the turn. We'll use Bane Alley Broker at the end of his turn. Hopefully draw something decent for us. Salt Griffin is alright. Go ahead and draw a card. Basilica Screecher is good for us. And Aetherize is pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and play out the plains, and let's go ahead and attack. He's not going to block. He wants to hit us for 3 in the air, so... Oh, he decides to block. That's good for us. Let's go ahead and play out the Screecher, and we'll pass the turn back. Court Street Denizen is alright, and Viscopa Guild Mage, alright. Just gonna tap down our Broker, which is fine. We'll go ahead and draw a card. I think the Spy is going to be better for us at the moment. We can get back to Aetherize when we need to. And Corpse Blockade is pretty sweet. So let's go ahead and attack. We're not going to block with the Screecher. And then we can play Either one. I think taking over the skies is probably going to be best for us at the moment. Either way, we'll be able to block both of his guys. He might be able to tap down one of them and get in for 2 points of damage, but that's alright. So let's go ahead and play out this spy. And we'll go ahead and extort. Mill him. We get a creature and a plains, which is pretty good. Getting him off the Syndicate ties is pretty nice for us here. Night Watch is going to block or tap down both of our guys, which is alright. So let's go ahead and draw a card. We draw another island, which I don't think we need at the moment. So let's go ahead and take our 4 damage here. Alright, we get a Pongify, which is going to be good. We want to Pongify his Guild Mage before he can start doing shenanigans with it. Yeah, I think I want to get back the swamp here. So let's go ahead and play that out. And we'll go ahead and attack. With just the bat, we're not going to block with him. And then we'll go ahead and play out the corpse blockade here. Pass the turn back. Zarichi Tiger is alright. Gonna tap our spy, which is fine. So we can trade one of our creatures for his Guild Mage here. Which might not be too bad. Now let's just block there. I don't think we want to trade just yet. Alright. Draw another island, which is alright. So I think we leave up the Aetherize, so we need 1, 2, and then all of that. So we'll go ahead and play out the island here. We'll go ahead and attack with this Screecher. But I think we should get him fairly good with the Aetherize if he attacks here. We'll eat up his Knight tokens. Yeah, especially if he has the Holy Mantle here. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a blowout for him. Alright. Just attacks with that guy, which is fine. Yeah, let's just go ahead and Pongify it then. And we'll go ahead and get the Aetherize back anyway. And we have a white of Precinct 6, which is pretty sweet for us. So with the white, I think we go ahead and attack here. And we'll play out the white. Extort. And pass the turn. It's gonna gain a couple of life with the Tiger, which is fine. Get a Death Call Rogue, which isn't too scary. We have a couple of rogues. Does an attack, which is good for us. And we get a Metropolis Sprite, which is pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and attack in the skies. And play out the Sprite here. We'll pass the turn back. Gains a couple of life, which is fine. Another Denizen, which is fine. Hopefully that'll get him to attack now. It's those guys, yep, come all in. Just those guys, alright. We'll go ahead and Aetherize here. Decides not to play anything, maybe he's holding up Grizzly Spectacle. Let's go ahead and attack here. Grow our Sprite. And we'll go ahead and draw a card. Another Broker is pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and play that out. Okay. And we'll pass the turn back. He needs some flyers here, or I believe we have him in the air next turn. Well, no, he'll probably have another turn. Does not attack, which is good for us. What does he have in his hand that he's not playing anything? Let's go ahead and attack here. So do we attack with the white? He has to block it. Yeah, I think we do. Maybe we use the Bane Alley Brokers to draw something. That'll kill one of his creatures if the trade is too bad. So he blocks there. Alright. And he's going to gain some life, which is fine. Let's go ahead and draw a card with this, and we get Psychic Strike, which is alright. Alright, so he's going to gain some life, which is fine. Let's go ahead and pass the turn back. Armored Transport, let's go ahead and strike that. And we get the turn back. We get Hands of Binding, which is pretty sweet. I think we Hands of Binding his Tiger. Yes, we would like to cipher onto our Sprite. We'll attack with everybody. Pump our Sprite. Has to block with the Guild Mage. Probably gives it lifelink, but I don't think it matters here. we get that game. Let's go to sideboarding. I still don't remember much removal or anything, so another counter isn't necessarily what we want. Yeah, let's just send it back. This hand is kind of sketchy. We need to draw lands. We have a turn 2 play, but if we don't draw any lands, could go fairly bad for us. But any black land and it's golden. Let's go ahead and keep it. It's all 2-drops. One land or one black land is really great for us. Draw another island, which isn't necessarily what we need, but we'll pass the turn back. He gets his own Basilica Screecher, which is fine. We have our Sprite. We get a Gutter Skulk, which isn't the greatest. Let's go ahead and play out the Sprite here. Pass the turn back. We get Cartel Aristocrat, which is alright. Decides to come in with that, which is fine. Just not anything he can do. We draw a Pongify, which is pretty nice. Let's play out another island. Let's go ahead and pass the turn back. Comes in with that guy. Think we block here. If he sacks the Basilica Screecher, that's fairly good for us. Decides not to, which is alright. I think we just Pongify the Screecher. Might be bad for us, but if we draw black, we'll have the white, which will be decent for us. We draw a Bane Alley Broker. Alright, this is getting fairly bad for us now. Let's go ahead and pass the turn. We don't have anything else to do. Probably going to be taking 5 here, which isn't ideal. Court Street Denizen, alright. And we do draw black. So we have to play the white here. That gives us the best blocker. He might tap it down and we'll take another 5, but then we'll have the Dimir Charm to take out the Denizen. And that'll make our white a 4/4 and an even better blocker. Comes in with the Frog Lizard, which is fine. We'll take 3 here. And he doesn't play anything, which is suspect. We get a Dimir Guildgate, which is pretty nice for us. Don't have much else to play, so we'll go ahead and pass the turn back. Hopefully he'll attack again with the Frog Lizard, and we'll get him with the Dimir Charm. Eat his Frog Lizard and kill his Court Street Denizen. Angelic Edict. Alright. Not a whole lot. Well, we could counter that, which I guess that's what we're going to have to do here. So he comes in with the Frog Lizard again. Don't like taking another 3 here. Yeah, let's go ahead and trade. Not the greatest trade, but it happens. Death's Approach is pretty sweet for us here. So let's go ahead and Death's Approach that guy. And then get out the Bane Alley Broker. Pass the turn back. Need to watch our time, we're running low. We still need to stabilize here. Maybe we just drop the Guild Mage and go on the mill plan. I'm gonna block. He has his own Death's Approach, which is fine. Mortal Servitude gets back his 2 drops, which is pretty bad for us. We draw another Swamp, which is decent. Drop the Guild Mage. Drop the Gutter Skulk. And might as well just drop the Denizen also. Pass the turn. Comes all in. So we'll go ahead and block there. And we'll take the rest, that's fine. Has Arrows of Justice, which is unfortunate. And we get a Denrova Horror, so let's just slam that. And we'll bounce his Screecher. And we'll pass the turn back. Keyrune is fine. Draw an island, which isn't the greatest for us. Let's go ahead and pass the turn. I don't feel like trading 1 for 1. Go ahead and mill him. We draw another land. Let's go ahead and pass. Let's auto yield to that. Crap. Alright, Devour Flesh is pretty sweet for us. Let's go ahead and do that. And we'll go ahead and bash. Get a Syndic of Ties, which is alright. We'll go ahead and take 2 here. Mill him. He does have a Merciless Eviction, which is pretty scary. Corpse Blockade is nice. Let's go ahead and yeah, we'll go ahead and bash. Go ahead and mill him now. Alms Beast is pretty sweet. We can't play it. Let's go ahead and bash. I guess if I would have played the land, I could mill him twice this turn. Well, the opponent ended up running out of time. I'm not sure what happened. Looks like he lost connection. So we got our first win. That's excellent. We kind of stabilized there, so I'll see you guys for round 2. Thank you for watching.